Hello everybody, Jake here and welcome to the hobby. Today we are checking out the brand new Scarlet and Violet Black Bolt and White Flare Pokémon Center exclusive Elite Trainer Box. These are going for roughly $125 to $140 on the secondary market, which is actually surprisingly low for recent Pokemon Center drops, and that's mainly because the Pokemon Center exclusive promos inside the Thundurus and the Tornadus are not super popular in terms of Pokemon Center stamped ETBs, but they are still really cool products. Let's rip these ETBs open and see what we have inside. As I rip this open, I'd like to give a huge thank you to PokeNotify for sponsoring today's video. If you're tired of missing restocks and stop refreshing and start getting notified today, PokeNotify tracks live inventory across a bunch of different online storefronts, so you get real-time alerts the second your favorite Pokemon card products go live. This includes booster boxes, ETBs like these Pokemon Center exclusive ETB promos, and if it's restocking, you'll know before it sells out. I personally use PokeNotify to grab deals I probably would have missed otherwise. It's a complete total game changer. I've been able to pick up Destined Rivals, Black Bolt, White Flare, and Mega Evolution from the Pokemon Center directly thanks to PokeNotify. PokeNotify also works great for international releases as well, so check them out if you're in Canada, the UK, Europe, or anywhere else internationally. So whether you're just hunting deals and just want to stay ahead of scalpers, PokeNotify's got your back. Hit the link down in the description to check them out today. They've got a free trial version as well as a premium option. So if you don't like it, you can cancel anytime. A huge shout out to PokeNotify for supporting the channel. So the difference between the Black Bolt and White Flare Pokemon Center ETBs is that you get one additional booster pack of Black Bolt and one additional booster pack of White Flare. Outside of that, the differences are very minute. The two ETBs are technically uniquely designed, but they look so similar, it's actually a little bit lazy. The promo cards inside are the exact same Thundurus and Tornadus that you would normally get inside of any other product, but they do have a Pokemon Center stamp on the very bottom. How much is that Pokemon Center stamp really worth to you? It's going to completely depend. Whether you rip this open, it's really going to be dependent on whether you like that Pokemon Center stamp or not. And obviously, if you were able to purchase this from the Pokemon Center, then it was a really good deal because obviously the Pokemon Center had these listed at closer to $60. And that's just a really good deal for 10 Black Bolt or 10 White Flare booster pack. And obviously the promo card, even though the Pokemons are not as popular or the art isn't as amazing as previous ones, like the Eevee, like the Wobbuffet, like the Charmander one from Obsidian Flames is incredibly popular. Those are some of the more iconic ETB promo cards, but I still think Thundurus and Tornadus are really awesome, so no issues with these as far as ETB promos. If you want to rip these open, I think they are still a good value proposition, especially if you got these at retail price. There is the Tornadus Pokemon Center stamp card, and then we are moving on to our 10 Black Bolt and 10 White Flare booster packs. The prices on Black Bolt and White Flare are actually starting to come down quite a bit after the initial release, which is really shocking because Destined Rivals still has not come down at all. It's still going very strong at $250 to $260 for a single booster box. During my live stream giveaway where we were ripping open, we got ourselves an Ends Plan full art. Very cool. This would be a secret rare inside of the Japanese set. Inside of my Black Bolt and Zekrom giveaway live stream where we gave away a bunch of Black Bolt and White Flare booster packs as well as some other really cool just goodies. In my very first booster pack of Black Bolt, I ripped open a monochrome card, the monochrome Zekrom card for a viewer, which is absolutely insane. And I'm happy to report that the monochrome card in English does have some really awesome texture patterns. And those are pretty much the most expensive cards inside of both Black Bolt and White Flare. We got ourselves the Maractus illustration rare. Most of the illustration rares from Black Bolt and White Flare have been pretty affordable too. Nothing super crazy in terms of expensive cards, which is really, really solid. It was a bit worrying that some of these illustration rares might be too expensive, but most of them are pretty affordable. There are some that I would definitely be looking out for if you want to pick them up. It might actually be cheaper to pick them up now while everyone's just dumping illustration rares on the market. And in a couple of months, it actually might be a little bit more expensive for the top most popular ones specifically. Wow, 3 booster packs in and we pulled 3 hits. So yeah, this is really fantastic. My goodness, I would love to pull an SIR because I still have not pulled an SIR from either Black Bolt or White Flare yet. And we're due for one. I just feel it. We're due for a big hit. So I would love to see one. Ends Plan Holographic Reverse into Haxorus as our holo rare. In general, these sets are good. There are still a ton of products dropping for Black Bolt and White Flare. If you're interested in them, we haven't even seen the booster bundles drop yet. Those are coming in the next couple of weeks. So there's going to be plenty more of both Black Bolt and White Flare. And this set is fun. It's not... Ooh, we got ourselves a Snivy Master Ball. That is awesome. One of the starter Pokemon as your Master Ball hit is about as good as it gets for a Master Ball hit. I think that's a really awesome one. That might be our best hit of today's opening, you know. A Snivy Master Ball is really solid. This was something that I brought up at my Card Lounge podcast that I talk every single week, is that in Black Bolt and White Flare, you know, there is no Pikachu Master Ball. There's no Mewtwo Master Ball. There's no Charizard Master Ball. It's really being lifted by Black and White. It's being lifted by all the Unova Pokemon. So how much do people care about Snivy or Oshawott, you know? There are plenty of fans of these Pokemon, but it's purely a very specific gen, you know? If you're not a huge fan of Black and White, you're not going to get the same level of experience out of this set as someone else. And this is a niche experience. If someone is a huge fan of Black and White, there's going to be a ton of cool cards for you. But if you're a Gen 1 fan, if you're an OG, and you've never played Black and White, you might not really care about a Snivy Master Ball. And I think that's a fine comparison, is that this set is made for someone. It's made for a specific type of fan. And unless that's you, you might be okay skipping this set. We got ourselves the Larvesta. Larvesta? I still call it Larvesta, but I think Larvesta, I don't know. Some of these pronunciation can go all over the place, but this is one of my favorite illustration rares from this set as well. It just looks really, really gorgeous. 2 illustration rares, Snivy Master Ball, and we still got 3 booster packs left. This is killer. This is about as good as it can possibly get. There's a bunch of really expensive cards inside of this set. I was looking at the prices for some of the SIRs, and they can get pretty expensive. I do think those are absolutely going to go down. I don't think it's possible for every single SIR inside of this set to maintain a multi-$100 price point. You know, even for Prismatic Evolution, which was so hype, after multiple drops of Prismatic Evolutions, the prices on a lot of these SIRs are coming down quite a bit, and I do think for Black Bolt and White Flare, we're going to see something similar. A lot of the prices for the SIRs are probably going to be cut in half, unless there's something really desirable and prevalent long-term. There are some of those inside of this set, but I don't think it makes sense for me to make those call-outs right now. I'm really focused on specific iconic art that I think will stand out from the set long-term, but we'll have to wait and see. Thundurus Holo Rare. That was actually a really good 10 booster packs. You know, Master Ball hit, Snivy. That's great. That's actually probably our best hit, but 2 illustration rares inside of 10 booster packs is nothing to scoff at either. We're moving on to White Flare. Both the prices on the Monochrome, Zekrom, and Reshiram are still very expensive. The Victini is actually holding a very strong price point too. I'm actually really surprised because technically speaking, it is available inside of both Black Bolt and White Flare. So I do think it should see a little bit more of a drop because of the 3, it is the least desirable of the 3, I think, especially in English, where it's just a little bit more readily available. There's the Reshiram EX, but not the full art monochrome version. Some people did mention that technically the card number inside of the Victini, inside of Black Bolt and White Flare are different. They have different set symbols at the very bottom end of them, so you can recognize which Victini is from Black Bolt and which Victini is in White Flare. And technically, if you were to complete a master set of Black Bolt and White Flare, you technically need 2 monochrome Victini EX because they are, in essence, different cards. They are different. Even though they are duplicate copies of each other, the one inside of Black Bolt is technically unique to the one in White Flare, which I do think is really interesting. Personally, I don't think there's a world where I consider it significantly different. Both cards should be valued right around the same. Wouldn't it be weird if the Black Bolt Victini was like $100 more expensive than the White Flare Victini for whatever reason 3 months down the line? That would be shocking. But it could potentially happen. They are different copies of each other. So that is kind of neat that if you want to have a master complete set of Black Bolt and White Flare, you technically need 2 Victinis. All right, we got ourselves 6 booster packs left of White Flare. Haven't pulled anything good from this set yet. I'm down for just about any SIR right now. Any SIR from either... Oh my goodness, the Dewott. This is actually my favorite lineup, the Oshawott, Dewott, and Samurott. So that's actually really, really cool. A little bit poor centering on this illustration rare, but I can't complain. 3 illustration rare pulls so far inside of 15 booster packs is a little bit higher than average. So very, very solid. But that's what you can sort of expect from Black Bolt and White Flare, is the pull rates for illustration rares inside of this set is going to be a little bit higher. And I do think that helps it quite a bit, is that in Prismatic Evolutions, there was absolutely no illustration rare, and that hurts the pack opening experience. I think that's what happened with Prismatic Evolutions, is people end up ripping open 50 or 60 booster packs, and what you end up with is just a lot of, ooh, Master Ball Purloin. 2 Master Balls inside of 20 booster packs is fantastic. I'm happy with any of the Master Balls from this set, obviously. They're all really, really cool. If they had the texture patterns of the original, that'd be even better. Whoa, the full art Hilda is fantastic. Oh my goodness, we got ourselves the full art and the full art Hilda. I'm very happy with the results from these 2 ETBs. I'm very happy. That's about as good as you can possibly get. Obviously, there are better pulls, like you could pull yourself the SIR, or you could pull yourself a God Booster pack, but the odds of anyone pulling any of those are so significantly low. I'm just happy with pulling 2 Master Balls, 3 illustration rares, and 2 full art cards. You cannot complain about odds like that. We got ourselves a Vanillish into the Hydreigon SIR. Yes, please. Our first SIR hit, and it's one that I'm actually super excited to pull. My goodness, look at the chase on that one. Gorgeous SIR. Fantastic. Black Bolt and White Flare, I'm a fan of these sets. They are cool. The pull rates just make it a lot more fun. If these sets ever go down to retail like Crown Zenith, I would have a lot of fun ripping open Black Bolt and White Flare compared to Prismatic Evolutions or Destined Rivals. Some of the other sets, like Destined Rivals, you're opening up 1 illustration rare inside a version 12 booster pack. So the pack opening experience from Black Bolt and White Flare is the best one that you are going to have for quite a long time. So very, very cool. We got ourselves Patrat, Cottony, final booster pack, Stunfisk, Stoutland, into a Vanillish. I would love a Vanillish Master Ball. That'd be cool. Into a Frillish illustration rare. These 2 ETBs were a lot of fun to open. I'm just going to say that at a very minimum, let's say we didn't pull the SIR, I would still be very happy just because these were a fun pack opening experience. We pulled 4 illustration rare, 2 full art trainer cards, 2 Master Balls. Even if we didn't pull an SIR, I would say that was a lot of fun to open, because I haven't seen a single one of these illustration rares, which shouldn't be surprising because there's so many illustration rares inside of this set. The odds of me ever pulling a duplicate is probably 10, 20 ETBs down the line, and I obviously am not opening up 20 of these. So very, very cool. This Hydreigon EX is probably going to stay inside of my personal collection for a little while. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you guys next time.